You won't believe what happened when my HOA tore down my fence. So I turned their pool into a mud pit. It all started when I came home one morning and saw my fence gone, completely ripped down. The HOA had decided, without warning, that it was against regulations. I had spent months building that. Fence custom panels, fresh paint, the works. And just like that, it vanished. I called them, trying to reason with the board, calmly, politely, but every call ended the same way. Excuses, delays, and empty promises. At first, I thought about just giving up, but then I remembered something important. These rules only work if they're enforced fairly. And clearly, fairness wasn't in the HOAS dictionary, so I decided to hit back, but not with anger. I wanted to make a statement, something they'd never forget. The HOA had a community pool, always spotless and pristine, a place they loved showing off during board meetings. That's when the idea hit me. If they could come into my yard and destroy my property without warning, why shouldn't I make their pride and joy a little messy? I didn't want to get in legal trouble, so I kept it clever. I gathered a ton of dirt, clay, and sand from my backyard and waited until no one was watching. The next morning, I carefully filled the shallow end with mud, making sure it looked like a harmless accident. Then, I added some leaves, sticks, and a little water. Within hours, their sparkling pool looked like a muddy pond. I stood back and watched from a distance. The first board member to arrive did a double take, slipping on the edge and nearly falling in. Chaos ensued. Lifeguards and HOA members scrambled to save their meetings, their shiny tiles, their perfect image. And I was quietly enjoying the irony. Word spread fast. Neighbors whispered, cameras caught everything. And the HOA suddenly realized rules aren't just for others. You can't just destroy someone's property and expect zero consequences. Within days, they were at my door this time, apologizing and offering to rebuild my fence, entirely at their expense. They even had the nerve to ask me not to cause further incidents. I smiled and nodded, knowing I'd won the silent war. The lesson here, standing up for yourself doesn't always mean lawsuits or shouting matches. Sometimes a little creativity and a bit of dirt can send a louder message than words ever could. The next time someone tries to overstep their power, remember, there's always a way to fight back smartly, safely, and memorably. So yeah, my fence is back. The HOA learned their lesson and their pool. Let's just say it's never looked the same again.